I really like making character playlists. I counted and I have 17 different playlists for my comic, which is actually, I might have deleted a few, so I feel like I had more at one point. But I really like making new playlists, and I have a lot of different types I like to make. So like here are some of them for y'all. If it like helps you guys like with inspiration or like making different playlists for your characters, this is my little advice, I guess. My first one is I feel like it's a pretty obvious one, but it's like character playlists of songs that I think an OC would play, like would listen to. I remember when I made Eli and Tyler's different ones. Eli's was a lot of like electronica pop, like 2012 pop. It was very like fun and like happy and like energetic kind of music, and it kind of matches Tyler. It was a lot of like Daft Punk and like Owl City and like a bunch of those like pop songs from 2012. Like it was just like a vibe. I just had a very specific vibe for Tyler, and that was it. I think the playlist is called like I Am Shaking or something. The vibe is very much like energetic, lots of energy, let's go, you know? Versus Eli's is a little, it's very much like kind of emo, a little. It's very like Midwest emo kind of stuff, you know, a little bit of grunge. There's like microwave, the front bottoms, modern baseball, like things like that is the vibe. There might be a little bit of My Chemical Romance. I think I put that as a joke though, but I still think he would listen to it. He'd be a very much like a chill Midwest emo kind of vibe is basically what it was. I also just put songs that I liked into his playlist because I was like, wait, he would just listen to what I want to listen to. So that was kind of the vibe that I went for with that. So yeah, listening playlist is really nice because then you kind of like you're listening to what they would listen to, and maybe it like gets you more in touch with their character and all that. Another playlist that is kind of obvious is more of like a backstory playlist. It's sort of these songs that kind of fit with either the backstory or the mindset that the character has. It's not necessarily music that they would listen to. It's more so music that describes them. And so, you know, I have definitely, I've done like at least 3 different versions of this for Eli and Tyler since I've had them for so long, and my music taste has kind of changed. So, like, certain songs I'm like, okay, this is cringe, let's move on. So that's kind of the vibe. I also do this with Comet. I have a vibes playlist for Comet, and then I have a like character background thing. It's called Comet My Star Child because I love him. I love him. Um, yeah, so it's really helpful when you're looking for a very specific vibe for a certain thing that you're trying to write or draw, and you just need the song that inspires their backstory. And that's kind of how I go about it. And then I've been doing this especially recently. It's like a relationship playlist. You'll pick 2 or 3 or whatever. You'll pick different characters, and then you'll pick songs based on that vibe. The most recent one I've done is I've done a May and Eli playlist. May is Tyler's mom, and May and Eli fucking hate each other at first. So I put on like What Is This Feeling from Wicked. There's a few other songs where it's like, oh my god, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. But it's like a funny I hate you. You know, it's not like serious until it is. It really depends. It's more so just like spite. They just spite each other and they just mess with each other, and they just like they will be civil with each other because Tyler is so connected to both of them, because obviously like Tyler is her son. Tyler is also best friends with Eli, so they manage each other just to like appease Tyler, but they fucking hate each other. So that's kind of the vibe. I think it's really funny, and I think it's really funny like writing them to just like bully each other, basically. I think it's really fun. Um, I have a lot of other like relationship playlists. The most popular one for me, popular as if I'm not the only one listening to it, is definitely the Brothers playlist. I actually have two versions of it now. I have one that's very general, it has so many songs in it, and now I've started a Brothers 2 playlist, and it's basically like a more centralized version of that where it's a lot less songs and it just gets right to the point of this is more of a serious Brothers playlist. And it's of Eli and Tyler and their whole dynamic and the things they go through. And I like to listen to that playlist when I'm trying to get in their vibe. I also just like the playlist because I like to just imagine my little guys doing their stuff. The thing is that it was a little harder with Brothers, the first Brothers playlist, because I would have songs that were like super sad and emo, and then the next song would be the Muppets. So it was a little hard to get into the vibe. Or like, you've got a friend in me, you know? Stuff like that. So it's a little hard. So I always make more playlists to kind of narrow down the vibes of the first playlist. Um yeah, vibes playlist is definitely a thing, like a very general, like, this is the energy of this comic or arc or whatever, you know? I do this with Comet. I said this before in a different video, but I have a vibes playlist for him where it is very much a how he wants to present himself kind of playlist. Has a lot of like high ego songs, some Marina in it, some Sabrina Carpenter, a lot of like pop music because I think that's kind of his vibe, because he wants to be famous and he believes everyone should know who he is, and he, it's this whole thing. There's a few Mitski, just because Mitski has a few songs where she's like, okay, let's be real. Mitski's on every goddamn playlist I have because I love, love, love her. Love her. She is a gift on this world. She is a real life bard. But yeah, she has that one song. Remember my name. Obviously that's on the playlist. So vibes playlist, it's not necessarily a backstory playlist, and it's not necessarily like a playlist of what they would listen to. It is specifically made to remind you of what type of personality they have. Playlists that are based on events or arcs are my freaking kryptonite, okay? I love it so much. Just like, okay, I like to do this thing where I share these playlists to my friends, pretending that they're just a very specific playlist, but they're actually playlists about my OCs. Um, let's think. Okay, because also I like to do like alternative universes for my OCs as well, and sometimes that kind of bleeds into the actual plot, which is really fun. So I'll have different playlists like that. I guess, yeah, so there will be a big moment in the comic, and so I'll make a different playlist based on that event, and it's so fun because it's such a like centralized, very specific playlist. So when you listen to it, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into, like you know exactly the vibe you're going for. There is one playlist I have for Comet, and it is so good because it's like very much this moment in his backstory kind of moment, and it's about like the world ending kind of. It's a little dramatic, but that's how Comet is, and so it's a lot of songs about it. There's one song, there's The World We Knew by Frank Sinatra. There's a few like, Bent Knee. I want people to get into Bent Knee. I love their music so much. I love how intense and distorted their music is. It's very fun for these big intense moments. But yes, I think event slash arc playlists are so important. It really helps you like narrow down the vibes without having to go through their whole playlist to find the one song. I definitely do multiple generations of playlists. I have a Brothers playlist, and then I have a Brothers 2. I have each of my OCs has a like playlist that I started with, and then with Eli and Tyler I did a new and improved playlist. It's literally called Eli Eli's new and improved playlist, and then Tyler's new and improved playlist. So it just depends. Things change, and so I create new generations of them, and I kind of like to keep the old ones just because of memories and stuff. And it's kind of fun to see what kind of music I was into back then, when I first made them. So yeah. Oh, playlists. Okay, some of the playlists I like to do are literally just for fun, and I don't even listen to them that much. But playlists where it's one specific genre or one specific artist. I have one of Eli and Tyler where it's just Taylor Swift music. I did this based off of this is based off of a friend, basically. He would do this with Gojo and Kato, where he just did Taylor Swift music, and I was like, wait, that is such a vibe. I've also done this with musicals where I did an Eli and Tyler playlist, but it's just musicals, and I think that's funny. I think it's fun. It's just a fun playlist. It doesn't really do anything, but it's just fun to create new playlists that give a new perspective, I guess. My final thing is I've started doing this thing called the biblically biblically oh my god biblically accurate playlist. This means each song is supposed to represent one chapter of the comic, one episode, and so you have to pick a very specific song that's supposed to match the vibe of each episode. I am nowhere near finished with that, but I've started basically linking each title of my script, each chapter title, with a song. I'll link a song to it so that when beta readers read the script, then they can listen to the song and be like, wait, this matches the vibe so much. Or they're like, wait, there's foreshadowing. I think everyone should do this if they're doing a comic, because I think it's really fun to because also when you're writing a chapter, you usually are or at least for me, I don't know if anyone else does this, I usually repeat the same song to kind of keep the vibe of it. I definitely did this with the Prowler theme for one of the episodes. And so the Prowler theme is obviously that episode's song. So I think it's just a fun thing to do to just match up the songs to the chapters. And I think when I get through my fucking third or fourth draft of this script, I don't remember which one I'm on now, I'm definitely gonna make the playlist more done, more concrete, because right now it's just a bunch of songs that I'm like, what if it applied to the episode? But at that point I would probably have it more concrete. Those are just my little versions of character playlists that I like to do, because I feel one playlist just isn't enough, and I feel you can do so many different types, and it's just so fun, and I just love making playlists. So those are my thoughts on that. Yeah, bye.